Hey boos, it's Ariana. I'm just here checking in with you guys. I'm gonna do like a really simple, just daytime look. It's just something I like to throw on when I'm just gonna go run some errands or just gonna go hang out with my mom or something. I love makeup, and so even when I'm just gonna be basic and just chilling, having my sweats on or whatever, I still like to put a little something on. So if you can see, I have like these little marks on my nose, and so too, with putting on this little basic makeup look, it's gonna help cover up that and just like even some of my skin tone. So we're gonna get started. First, I'm gonna be putting on this primer that I have. It's from IT Cosmetics. It is the number 50 Serum Collagen Veil Anti-Aging Primer. It smells like oranges. It smells so good, so fresh. Lately, I've been mixing it with my foundations instead of putting it on my face because I feel like when I use this primer on my face, it doesn't really help extend anything. But I like to put it into those like heavier foundations that are like a little bit more full coverage, and it helps thin it out. And I think that way it does kind of help the foundation stay on longer. And once you guys get to know me and get to know my channel, you know, you'll see that I'm all about long wear makeup. I don't care if it's light makeup, full makeup, it doesn't matter. I put in a lot of work to put it on my face, and so I want it to stay there. And I've never really found a primer that I really feel does that for me. I think if you just do all the steps, you know, setting it and everything, and put on your finishing spray and stuff like that, you're gonna be good to go. But so I'm going to start off with that, and so this is just going to help like freshen up my face and help my powder foundation, which is what I'm going to be using today. It's going to help it stick a little bit better. So I just put like 2 pumps in my hand and just warm it up, and I'm just going to press it into my face. I don't like to put this on my eyes because it's a very moisturizing primer. And so any powder or any type of concealer I put on my eyelids, it's just gonna crease. Okay, and so I like to make sure I get it under there. I have eye cream, but like I said, I've been sitting around. So this way, I'll moisten up everything. Moisten, that's a funny word. So normally I do my foundation first and I avoid my eye area so that I can put my concealer and it doesn't end up looking really cakey. But today, since I'm going to do a powder foundation, I'm going to do my concealer first. But actually before that, I'm going to put on my eyeshadow primer. And I know the name is completely gone, but it's Wet n Wild from the Fergie line. It's called Take on the Day Eyeshadow Primer, and the color is For My Primas. It's really just like clear. It comes out beige. I'll show you guys. It comes out like beige, but when you put it on, it's completely sheer. And I find that I have oily eyelids, so I feel like this really like dries them out without making it feel tight, so it helps my eyeshadow stay on there without creasing. So I'm just going to put that on my eyes. And I washed my hands before I started doing this. And I also put on a little bit of chapstick before I put on the camera, which I like to do at the beginning before I put my makeup on, because it just kind of allows your lips to get soft, and I wear a lot of matte lip colors and it dries out my lips. So that just helps give you a smooth canvas for any lip product you're going to use. Okay, so now that that's done, now I'm going to start with my concealer. Okay, and so what I have here is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which I'm sure you guys hear everybody raving about. I have mine in Fair, but I like this one, especially for underneath my powder foundation, which I'm going to show you guys. So this is Fair, and I'm just going to like sweep it under my eyes. And I also, if you notice, I kind of have like a wide nose. I like to just put it right here and down the side there, because it helps brighten it and bring it forward so it doesn't look like it's so wide. This is so fair that even on my white skin, it really like shows up a lot. But with the Beauty Blender, we're going to blend that all the way. I've been really loving this. And so I'm just going to take this and I kind of start patting it underneath, like lower, and working my way up towards my eye. I'm just kind of blending it in. And I know it looks really white, guys, but like I'm so fair. And it's so hard to get that highlighted look underneath my eyes without going really, really, really white. because once I start putting on my face powder and stuff, everything just blends in. And I don't look like I have any type of highlight. And like I said, I put in work. I want people to see it. So, before I finish blending that out, I'm going to pull out my little setting brush by Real Techniques. I love this to set underneath my eye. Some people use bigger ones, and I get it. It might save time, but I really just love this little small one because it gets right into that little corner, which is where I get most of my creasing, is right in that little corner there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this brush, and before I finish blending out my concealer, I'm going to take, look, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics. It's the Airbrush Illuminizer. It's the Poreless Finish HD Illuminizing Powder. So it is a loose powder. What I do is I kind of just like tap it like that. So some sticks onto the lid. And I pull the lid off. Okay, nothing stuck. Okay. And so if you guys can see, I don't know if you can see that, it's like the tiniest amount of powder. And this does have like a slight sheen. And I know some people don't like that underneath their eyes, but I get a lot of compliments on it, and I really feel like it wakes up my eyes. Because if you guys can tell, I kind of have bags and dark circles, and that's because I've been working nights for, I don't know, like a year now, or maybe less, but just working nights does that to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just like put my face kind of so that I'm looking up, and then that way you don't get the creasing. Okay, I'm going to pull out my little mirror now so I can see better. And then I'm just blending it up. And I blend it like around the sides. Now mind you, if I had eyeshadow on, obviously I would be like a lot more careful. But when I'm doing these natural looks like that, I start off with my concealer and stuff like this. And then it just helps make it a little bit more seamless. Okay. So I'm done blending it. So then I take my loaded brush with the powder. Try not to blink or move around too much. And then I just start pressing that in. And then I just start sweeping. And it looks like I'm going hard, but I'm just like lightly spreading the powder with like the tip of the brush. But right in here, I do pack it in. And then also I just kind of like set that primer on my eyelid with the same powder. Some people set their eyeshadow primer with eyeshadows, but I just feel like that's a waste. I'd rather just use a powder that I have more of than eyeshadows. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good. You see it looks kind of highlighted. It looks smooth. I really like this concealer. So I think I got cut off, but what I was saying was that I didn't really know about YouTube until probably like 3 years ago when my fiance introduced me to it. I used to yell at him all the time. I used to be like, babe, you're always on your phone. You're so annoying. You need to spend time with me. You know, the normal girlfriend stuff. And when I thought about it, I'm like, he's always on there. So let me see if I can find some makeup videos. And I did. And then that's when I found Jaclyn Hill, and that's when I became obsessed. I mean, I always loved makeup, but I kind of just taught myself. And so when I got on YouTube, I just learned so many more techniques. I didn't start using concealer until probably like about 2 years ago when Jaclyn Hill showed me how to do it properly, you know? And because I always thought it looked cakey, it looked crepey, it makes you look older. But really, if you apply it correctly, puts like the cherry on top for me. So enough gabbing. Next, I'm going to put on my IT Cosmetics. It's a Celebration Foundation in medium beige. They have another one that I think is like Celebration Illumination, but that one has shimmer in it, and I'm not like a shimmer all over the face type of girl. So I use this flat powder brush by ELLE. I'm sure you guys seen it a lot. It's great. Because what I like to do with the powder foundation is I really just like to like press it into my skin. And that's why I like to use that primer that I use by IT Cosmetics as well. This foundation and that primer work so well together. It's like, since it's a little bit sticky, it really helps the powder foundation stick to the face. And I know, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, okay, what's your skin type? Well, my skin type is dry to combo. And I know you're like, oh my god, you're dry, why are you using a powder foundation? if you use a moisturizing primer like I am, you can get away with it. And then also what you want to do is use a setting spray. And that's going to take away the powdery finish that these things give you. Okay, and so I'm just going to blend it in. I'm not going to go over where I set my concealer already. I'm just kind of like blending it in. Okay, let me look real quick. And as you guys can tell, I have that little friend there. I'm not really into concealing blemishes. Like, whatever. Who cares? I mean, mind you, mine's not big and that scary. But I'm like, whatever, it happens. We wear makeup. Our pores get clogged sometimes. It just happens. That's why another thing. A lot of people love those pore filling primers. I can't use none of them. I mean, I'm still going to try the new Makeup Forever Step 1. I think it's like in the gray tube. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it, and I feel like I'm going to try it. But I'm going to go and get a sample first because I don't want to pay all that money and then have to take it back, and it's just like, it's a big hassle. But I've used the Smashbox, the new one that came out. That's supposed to be like better than the Benefit Professional. That broke me out so bad, and I don't break out a lot. So that clogged my pores all up in here. Like, I put it on one day, and the next day I had a pimple there. And I wash my face and I do, you know, exfoliate, all that stuff, and I still had a pimple there the next day. And then the Benefit Professional didn't really fill my pores, I didn't feel like. And you know, I do the little patting, I did the swiping, I tried every kind of which way, and it just didn't really work for me. And mind you, I don't think my pores are huge. So if it's supposed to fill my pores, like, I want to look like a porcelain doll. Especially if it costs as much as it does. You'll see. Watching my videos, like, I expect a lot out of products. And if they don't fulfill my expectations, then bye. I don't got time for that. So I think we're good. You can kind of still see those little spots from my glasses, but I mean, whatever. I gotta live my life. And I can't edit my videos without my glasses on. Okay? So now we have our little base. It kind of looks a little powdery right now, but you know, we're gonna put color, we'll bring some light back into our face, and we're gonna be all right. So I'm gonna be using this NYX blush. It's in taupe, and I'm sure you guys have heard about this. A lot of people talk about it. It's, for me, it's a very natural contour color. I also have the Anastasia contour kit, and I just recently got the NYX contour kit, which I'm loving. But I used it in another video that I'm going to post later. I decided I'm going to use this instead. And I'm going for the natural look. No need to go all out. So I'm going to be using this IT Cosmetics brush. As you guys can tell, I like IT Cosmetics. I love, love, love their brushes. I really love their brushes. They're so soft and they really get the job done. They really help blend out beautifully. The eye brushes, I mean, I only have like of a little set. I have like a travel set. So the eye brushes are kind of small, which I don't hate. I like smaller brushes because, I mean, I have small hands. Why do I need like these brushes that are this long? I don't. But their eye brushes are okay, but their face brushes I love. And this came with this in a QVC set. That's how I recommend you buy IT Cosmetics, is on QVC, because you get great deals. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this little fluffier side. I'm going to just tap like the edge of the brush in there. And then I'm sure you guys can see the little line right there of my cheekbones. I'm going to start at the top and just kind of like bring it down. Since I'm doing natural, like, I'm not really worried about it being super precise. There's probably leftover brush, contour on this brush from the other day because I haven't washed it since I did my last makeup. But it's okay. I like all these colors. That's why they're on this brush. So sometimes your contour comes out a little bit more fierce. Maybe it's because you have residual product from it from some other day. Whatever works, right? Whatever makes you look in the mirror and say, that looks nice. People contour their nose and I think it looks great. I love it. If you have the kind of nose that can be contoured, go for it. But the way that my nose is just not meant to contour. If you notice, it just kind of like goes straight down. My nostrils don't flare out at all. And so it's like, I would just be putting two lines there. It would be not obvious. So sometimes I just take a little contour and put it on the sides there. Whatever. I like to just put highlight on my nose, and then that kind of lifts it for me in my mind. I don't know if it really looks lifted, but we'll go with it, right? Using this blush, it's from ELLE, which is a line that they had at Kohl's, and it's very, very natural. It's kind of bronzy, a little bit pinky. It just blends really well into the skin, and it's just very neutral. And so I'm gonna take my IT Cosmetics brush. I think this is a powder brush from the travel kit. I don't really know, but it's perfect for me for blush. Cause I like for blush like a medium sized brush. And so I like to just pat it on like that, and then I blend it in. Cause then that way I can kind of deposit the color where I want it, which is like right here on the apples. And then I just blend it in. So I put a little up here too, because I'm just trying to give myself some color. As you can tell, I'm just really white, but I'm trying to keep it like that. Because less sun equals less damage to your face, and that's what I'm all about. Okay. I'm gonna be 27 soon, so I've been using like anti-aging stuff basically since I was like 20, but I really feel like that's the key, is just to start young, because just prevention is key. So wear your sunscreen and start skincare early, and then, you know, you won't have to fix problems because you will have prevented them already. And I mean, I'll get more into that if you guys want a skincare video. Okay. So now that my base is done, I'm going to put on a little bit of highlight because I like it. And so I don't want to blend you guys, but I'm trying to show you. This is Sonia Kashuk. It's a Chic Luminosity bronzer slash highlighter duo. I'll show you what it looks like. You see it has this little bronze color, and then it has like a little peachy color. I went out and got this because, who was it? Miss Jen Fabulous. I think it was like one of her favorites or something like that. She mentioned this Sonia Kashuk bronzer, but it was all this color. Well, of course they didn't have it, because anytime somebody on YouTube mentions something, it's sold out in stores because everybody and their mama watches YouTube. So since I saw this one, I was like, you know what? I'm like, that bronze color is kind of dark for me. And as you notice, like a lot of girls self-tan and stuff like that. I don't, because that's just too much headache for me. So I was like, you know what? It has this little light one in. Let me try it. And actually, I've been loving the light one, the little light peachy color. I'm using this ELLE blush brush, which I just finally got. I got it at Belle's Outlet. I don't know, any of you people from Florida know Belle's Outlet. It's got makeup, it has clothes, it has like all kind of stuff. It's kind of ghetto, but you get good prices there. I have this Mega Pro Lorac palette. I know a lot of people didn't get it because it sold out. It was limited edition and stuff, and somehow my mom found it, and so I have it, and I'm really happy. So I'm going to use this little ELLE fluff brush. It's the same as that line of the blush that I got from Kohl's. Like I said, everything was 50% off, so I was going in. So I got this little fluff brush, but any like fluffy brush will do. I'm sure you can see it's like, you know, it's big, it's fluffy, whatever. For all over color, I've been liking this one right here lately. It's called Smokey Topaz. It's just like a cool tone, shimmery brown, mid-tone. I don't know. So I'm just going to take that and just kind of like put that in the crease. And I'm just going to put it all over, but I like to start it in the crease. Well, as you guys can tell, I love Lorac. This is very well loved. You can tell it looks disgusting. In here, I love this nude color, as you can tell. That's like the only one I hit pan on. I love that for a highlight. And so, and I usually only try to save it for special occasions. And so, since this is YouTube, you guys are special to me. You guys are my little boos. Because anybody that knows me knows that I say boo all the time. I'm like, hey boo, how you doing? So, that is really me. So, I just put a little bit of highlight in, that nude. I mean, as you guys can see, it really does highlight. I love that one. And I think there's like a smaller basics palette that they have that has that in it. So if you don't want to like splurge on this one, get that one. It has like a lot of neutral shades and it's pretty. That color is pretty. All kinds of talk about these Instagram brows and all this business. Look, If you like to do your eyebrows painted on, girl, do it. I don't really think that I'm that talented to be able to draw an eyebrow. I just fill them in pretty naturally. I like to use powder. Before, for probably like 2 years, I was using the ELLE spray mist. And I know a lot of people mention that it smelled bad or something, or that the nozzle was messed up. I never really had a bad nozzle, and I really didn't find that it smelled bad. Maybe once or twice I was like, ooh, what's that smell? But it wasn't bad to the point where I was like, ugh, this is disgusting. I can't put this on my face. It was like a little funk, and then it went away. This one smells like baby wipes, so I guess that's a plus. I know a lot of people are skeptical about buying this because it is kind of expensive for drugstore. I think it does a great job. I like to curl my lashes because I have long eyelashes, but they're really straight. And so I like to just like pump it, pump it. The Lash Sensational, I can't say sensational. The Lash Sensational mascara that came out recently. I don't know. I like it. It works good. I'm never happy with mascara. But this one I find is volumizing. And it kind of holds the curl. You know, but mascara is just like one of those things that's really personal. But I mean, everybody has different lashes. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I go on top of the eyelash and coat it. Because I really just find that it gives it more thickness and it really darkens those tips. So it just gives a little bit more definition to your eyelashes. I have pitiful bottom eyelashes, and I have less on one eye than the other eye. And I have more on this eye and less on this eye. They're so sad. When I see Jaclyn Hill put her, what is it, MAC Giga Blush, Lash, whatever it is, on those bottom lashes, I'm like, oh my god, they give me life. I just do what I can with my mascara. You know what, I should have smoked out my bottom lash line, but we're just going natural and bronzy today. I just got a new Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This is my favorite brow gel. Because as you can tell, I have like bushy-ish eyebrows. And this stuff is expensive. It's $22. Okay, but the other day, Ulta, and they do this every couple of months, so guys, pay attention to Ulta, okay? They do it where it's like once a month, they'll have like a special brand that's on sale, and not necessarily the brand, maybe just like a certain item. Well, these were originally cost $22, and the other day, it was like last week, they were $11. So they were half off. So I bought two, because I'm like, I love this stuff, but it hurts to pay $22 for some eyebrow gel. But it is the best. You know what I'm saying? So you see, I don't know if I make any sense on the stuff that I splurge on. But anyway, I saved money. I got two for the price of one. And that makes me happy. And then they had NYX buy one get one 50% off, and then that's how I got in trouble buying the NYX contour kit. I bought one for me and one for my mom. So I just put that little eyebrow gel in there, and now we're done with the face. So now all I have to do is put on lipstick. I don't know which lipstick I want to put on. When I go natural like this, I want to put on something, I don't know, whatever that dance is, you know? Let's face it, I'm just going to mom's house. I'm going to put on this Color Riche Balm by L'Oreal, I think. Yeah, by L'Oreal. It's in Caramel Comfort, $8.19. You're barely going to see anything, but it gives me a little warmth on my lips. I don't know, that just kind of softens it. I didn't even put highlighter on my nose, guys, and you were going to let me just do that. So I'm going to take that little peachy color that I put on my cheeks, and I'm just going to go like that, right on the tip of my nose. I'm sure you guys can see that little scar on my nose too. That's where I had like a little chicken pox when I was little, like a bad one. So, thanks for getting ready with me, guys. I hope I didn't bore you. I hope I didn't talk too fast. But this is just a little simple look that I put together to just, you know, chill. What time is it now? It is 5:30. So my mom just got out of work. I'm going to go head over to her house, order some invitations for my wedding, which is coming up. And yeah, probably just cook some dinner, chill out, and then I'll come back and edit this video. Alright, love you, boos. Hopefully I'll get this video up soon. And I look forward to you guys watching. Hope you like it. And don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to follow me at Ariana Butterfly 8 on Instagram. And please subscribe so you can stay up to date with my videos. Love you guys.